Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. It's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Tennessee Titans taking on the Houston Texans.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return, and it'll be Titan football. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
Drafted with the idea that he'd be one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the NFL when he put it all together. We've been seeing that progress throughout his career. This guy's legs, we knew they were phenomenal. Arm, top-notch. But now we're seeing his mind come into the game. Reed's defense is better and better each and every week, and is showing patience as a passer as well. Not as eager to exit the pocket, finding guys downfield for bigger plays.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Murray now. Wide open receiver complete. And now off to the races. races down the right side. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 15 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week.
That's a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
They'll set up a throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll look to throw here. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Now back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. A give to Henry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
A big connection on that one. 34 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I tell you, he brings the wood when he comes flying up in run support. He may be a safety, but he hits like a linebacker.
The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They got the victory last week. That was against Jacksonville, and they lead this one as well right now out in front here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On play action, it's Murray. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Running left, it's Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down. Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. From the gun, Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans 16.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that...
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October.
Constraints. We fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And what can they do to better account for him? Because they haven't accounted for him well so far, as we see here on your screen.
They may have to draw up coverages they haven't run so far. They have to create something on the fly because he's beaten everything. And when you watch this game unfold, you keep thinking to yourself, is it 2 men, 3 men, maybe even a fourth guy may have to go and account for him. But right now, he's shredding the defense.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And he'll give it here to his running back. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. They begin with Henry, and he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now to this point. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And they'll go on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. A handoff, running left, Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A first down carry for Henry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Murray. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. Running from the gun with Henry. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your mitt.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Titans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. 3 yards the gain there, second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. The Texans on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First down now, but that clock rolling. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kevin Farley. And the Titans are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Henry. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 123 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Pushes him over, and this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try the right side with Henry. Powering forward. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines. and let's close this one out.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Tennessee, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.